Yes, people, what's going on? Don from Kenya Goodness TV and back again with another video. So this is my match preview. You already know this Sunday, it's Manchester City versus Arsenal. And where do I begin? So first of all, let me actually let's begin with the head-to-head record in the Premier League. You all know, man, these guys have been doing as these guys have actually had one of us for the past years. But last season we managed to get 4 points, yeah, of Man City. If you remember very well, we beat them in the Emirates, and then when we went to Etihad, we drew with them, yeah. So basically, just look at this. Look at that. I basically want to paint a picture here and some couple of stats. Then we can now dive into the game. So head-to-head record, yeah. So 2023-2024 season, last season we drew with them 0-0, like I said earlier on, yeah. And then the same season, home we beat them 1-0, okay. Then the previous season, I think this was the game that actually we started capitulating at this point because of the injuries we had. Saliba. 2022-2023 season, they beat us 4-1 at Etihad, yeah. Then they came to the Emirates. They equally beat us at the Emirates 3-1. That time we still had a young squad. We didn't have squad depth. We had players who are not really believing in themselves. And definitely, man, these guys had one of us. And then 2021-2022 season, they beat us 2-1. Yeah, still at Emirates. At home, yeah, at Etihad, yeah, they beat us 5-0. Imagine, these guys beat us 5-0. Yeah. Then if you look at the 2020-2021 season, they beat us 1-0 at the Emirates. At the Etihad, 2020-2021 season, they beat us 1-0 at the Etihad. 2019-2020, they beat us 3-0 at the Etihad. So I mean, looking at these stats, yeah, looking at the stats in the Premier League, we basically started defining the odds last season. Because remember last season, by these guys didn't beat us. They did beat us in the community. Actually, we beat them in the Community Shield. We beat them at the Emirates. We beat them at we drew with them at Etihad. So that is basically the team. As far as stats are concerned, that is exactly what you are going against. Yeah. Now let's get into the game. First of all, this is actually it's a very tricky game. Tricky game in the sense that all odds are against us, and all odds are on Man City's side. All odds are basically favoring City side, because look at it. These guys, 3 games. The first game when they played against Brentford, yeah, that was last weekend. They played at the Etihad. The Champions League, they played the Etihad. This Sunday, it's an away game for us. They're still playing at the Etihad, so they haven't actually traveled. There's no jet lag, so they're basically fresh. If you look at Arsenal's side, Spurs, we played. It was an away game. Yes, it was at home. It was in London, so we really didn't travel and whatnot. But it was an away game. Then we traveled to Italy against Atalanta. Okay. Then now had to travel back to London. Then now travel to Manchester. So I mean, of course, jet lag is a factor that probably maybe is going to kick in. But anyway, listen, no excuses. But surprisingly, when the odds are usually against us, that's when we usually thrive. Yeah. So looking at this game, what I'll say, let's just dissect this, but from what you've seen and from what is basically going on at the team. So number one, Odegaard is injured. Yes, Declan Rice is back, but looking at the game we played during the Champions League, you could clearly see that we're just basically missing a creative midfielder. Partey's legs were gone in that game. Looking at Partey, the game we played versus Aston Villa, he played very well. Spurs, I mean, he was okay, yeah, but the Champions League, his legs are completely gone. So like that midfield, there's definitely that midfield crisis. Odegaard missing out. We don't have a creative midfielder. That means the right wing side, Bukayo Saka, there's no supply. There's no good supply for Bukayo Saka. So Bukayo Saka was he's been quiet. Yeah, the Spurs game he was quiet. The Champions League he was equally quiet as well. So definitely those are some of the things that we need to expect. But now looking on the flip side, one thing that you have to give to the Arsenal side right now, we have a very good defense. I'll tell you for sure. From the goalkeeper to the back four, the defense is properly set. And I think if there's anything that is probably maybe going to win as most games, if not limit us conceding, is the defense. Yeah. So I'm at a place whereby the defense is what we basically need to rely on. But the midfield, man, it's not looking good. So to all Arsenal fans, yeah, just bear this in mind. That fluidity, the fluidity that you're used to, the creative, style of play that Arsenal has been used to over the years, or for the time we've seen Mikel Arteta, that is definitely going to be there. Yeah. So that, me personally as a fan, I think I'm managing my expectations when it comes to fluid football and whatnot. With Odegaard missing, I don't see that happening. Uh, the defense is what I'm banking on. Uh, that game, I really don't know how it's going to be. Looking on Man City's side, apparently De Bruyne also picked up an injury. I don't know if he's going to be available. They said he's not going to be available for the Arsenal game. Yeah, that's what they said. But you never know. Pep Guardiola with his mind games and whatnot. Of course, they only want to reveal some of these things because they know when they reveal it, you're going to know how to set up against them. So we're not sure if De Bruyne is going to be available or not. That game, I've observed Man City play for the 4 games we played so far. Let me actually just say 5 games, but the Champions League game that we observed when they played against Inter Milan. I'll tell you for sure, one thing, if you want to beat Man City at the moment, and what I've seen teams do, or if you want to basically nullify them at the moment, just keep Haaland quiet. You saw what happened. You saw how Haaland was kept quiet in the Inter Milan game. Yeah, just keep Haaland quiet, because apparently the guy has 9 goals, and all the goals, all the games that Man City has won, it's always been Haaland. And I'm confident by this Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes actually, keep this game in their pocket. So that's what you need to do. Just keep Haaland quiet. Yeah. So my first 11 for the game, definitely the goalkeeping position, David Raya, the right back Ben White, but you better step up. Yeah. So Ben White, the right back position, the centre backs, of course, Gabriel Magalhaes and Saliba, and then Jurgen Timber said, "Man, Califiori, I know you are the new kid in the block, but there's no way I'm giving my position." Yeah. So Jurgen Timber is definitely going to be playing that labor position. The midfield now is where we basically need to find a way of setting up properly. So I see Mikel basically setting up a midfield. Apparently, he really doesn't trust Ethan Oeri. So I see the midfield being, let's see, Havertz. No, not Havertz. So the midfield, let's see, I see a midfield of Declan Rice, Thomas Partey, and Jorginho, yeah? And Jorginho. Then now, that left wing side, let's just be honest. Martinelli, you're my boy. I've been defending you all this time. But from what I've seen for the past 18 months, yo, man, this guy is... he's not just the it. Martinelli at the moment, let me say maybe the current system we're playing in is what is affecting his style of play, but Martinelli has not been good. He's been so poor. Yeah. So I played Trossard in that game. Now the center forward I play Kai Havertz. Gabriel Jesus, captain at the moment. My God, what's wrong with Jesus, man? I would have given you a chance, and probably Mikel would have given you a chance. But we saw Jesus in the Champions League. Oh my God, he was stinking. Jesus was stinking. I mean, there was nothing much. Yeah, being caught in the offside trap. I mean, he was just losing ball carelessly. There was nothing much by the way with Jesus. So I'd rather have Kai Havertz, because Kai Havertz, but he's one interesting player. He'd miss a chance, but then he'll just score from nowhere. So Kai Havertz will definitely, for me, I think I'll prefer Kai Havertz playing in that center forward position. Then of course Bukayo Saka. Yeah, it's a tough game. We win this game. We I mean, look at it from this perspective. If we lose this game, yeah, Man City goes ahead of us with 5 points. If we win this game, yeah, actually, to be fair, if we get a draw from this game, I think that would be a fair enough result. Yeah, because you cannot allow Man City to go 5 points ahead. Yeah, you can't allow Man City to go for 5 points ahead. So my score prediction for this game, whew, let me see. I think it's going to come out as a draw. Yeah, I see a draw for this game. Anyway, people, drop your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know what you make of this, and I'll be seeing you guys then. Come on, you gooners!